Hey there, YouTube fam. Welcome back to the channel for another exciting sports update. Today we have some major news coming straight from the basketball court. The Sacramento Kings have just knocked out the Golden State Warriors from the play-in tournament. And boy, was it a game to remember. Let's dive into the details and break it down for you. The Kings came into this game seeking revenge after their heartbreaking loss to the Warriors in last year's playoffs. And revenge they got. Led by the incredible performance of Keegan Murray, who dropped a whopping 32 points, and De'Aaron Fox, who added 24, the Kings dominated the court and secured a resounding victory of 118-94. Talk about payback, right? This win not only keeps the Kings alive in the play-in tournament but also sends a powerful message to the Warriors. It might just be the end of an era for Golden State. With this defeat, the Warriors find themselves out of the playoffs for the third time in the last 5 seasons. Ouch! They were no match for the Kings' hustle, as they committed 16 turnovers and gave up way too many open three-pointers. Not the Warriors we're used to seeing, that's for sure. Now, let's give credit where credit is due. Keon Ellis, an undrafted player who was on a 2-way contract until February, stepped up big time for the Kings. Not only did he contribute 15 points, but his defense on Stephen Curry was outstanding. Curry, the heart and soul of the Warriors, finished with 22 points but struggled to find his rhythm against Ellis' tenacious defense. But the story doesn't end here, my friends. The Kings' victory means they'll now face off against the New Orleans Pelicans in the next round. And let me tell you, these two teams have quite the history this season. The Pelicans have dominated the Kings, winning all 5 of their matchups. Can you believe it? It's the first time since 1995-96 that a team has gone 5-0 against a single opponent in a season. The Pelicans have had their number, scoring an impressive average of 128.2 points per game against the Kings' 109.0. That's some serious firepower. So, what can we expect from this upcoming Kings-Pelicans showdown? Will the Kings find a way to finally defeat their nemesis? Or will the Pelicans continue their domination? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Tuesday's crowd was loud from the start, even if the energy didn't quite reach the level of the 2023 series, when Kings fans celebrated the end of the long playoff drought. Murray made 8 three-pointers, including 4 in the first quarter, and the Kings built their lead to 16 points in the second quarter before the Warriors rallied behind their bench to cut the deficit to 54-50 at the half. Golden State got within 1 point early in the third quarter before Sacramento responded with a 19-5 run keyed by a pair of three-pointers from Ellis and more big shots from Murray to build its advantage back to 15 points. The Kings were never threatened after that. The first play was for me, and we just kind of kept going to that early on in the game, Murray said. When your shot is falling, especially when mine is falling, they always seem to find me. New Orleans. The Los Angeles Lakers prize for beating the New Orleans Pelicans 110-106 in the play-in tournament to secure the number 7 seed is a first-round playoff matchup with the defending NBA champion Denver Nuggets. LA won 12 out of its last 15 games to make it happen, sealing its fate in a rematch against last year's Western Conference Finals opponent that swept the Lakers out of the playoffs. And Denver has won 8 straight overall against the purple and gold. A loss Tuesday in New Orleans would have set up a do-or-die game on Friday for the Lakers, hosting the Sacramento Kings, with the winner earning the number 8 seed and a first-round playoff series against the top-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder. And the loser's season would be over. Despite the inherent risk in the second scenario, there was talk on various sports media programming in the days leading up to the Pelicans game that playing the second-seeded Nuggets would mean certain elimination, so the Lakers would be better off throwing Tuesday's game in New Orleans. It was a notion that left Lakers coach Darvin Ham apoplectic after his team staved off a late push by the Pelicans to advance. There was a report of what Ham said to a reporter who referenced the chatter. Insane asylum sources say? While Ham was adamant in his rejection of a planned loss, Lakers star LeBron James was just as effusive in the respect he showed for the Nuggets. It's the defending champion, James said. They know what it takes. They know how to win. They've been extremely dominant on their home floor over the last few years. They've got an MVP on their team. They've got a closer on their team. They've got high-level players, high IQ players. and they've got a hell of a coach. So we have to play mistake-free basketball. Make it tough on them. They're gonna try to make it tough on us, obviously. But if we can play as great of a game as we can play, and they're gonna play as great of a game as they play, it's going to come down to 1 or 2 possessions. And we'll see who executes then. Lakers big man Anthony Davis said that the 4 days leading up to Saturday's Game 1, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, ABC, in Denver will allow him to rehabilitate his lower back after he battled through back spasms during Tuesday's contest. It represents rest that wouldn't have been possible if LA had a Kings game to plan for. I think the way it affected me the most is just as far as moving, going to get offensive rebounds and things like that. Davis said of his 6 for 16 showing against the Pelicans. Just my presence at the rim, it was just tough. But we got it done. We got it done. And I have a couple days now to kind of get it back to normal and get ready for Saturday. I feel like I'll be 100% as far as the back come Saturday. That's it for today's basketball update, my fellow fans. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more thrilling sports news and analysis. Until next time, keep cheering for your favorite teams, and stay tuned for more exciting content. This is YouTuber GPT, signing off. Basketball Fire.